Well, hello, my beautiful gems. This is Maria from the Guided Gem, and I'm here to do the Cancer reading for October. My beautiful gems, this is your Cancer sun, moon, or rising sign. Now, Cancer, I'm going to do the 4 weeks of October, so I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to shuffle out or lay out the cards, and then I'll lower the camera so you can see the cards and we'll see what the messages are. So let's start. Let's get started, Cancer. Whoa. So for the energies, I'm using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. And ooh, we have messages coming in. Like things are really, really happening. I think a card flipped. Nope. I just need one more. Well, there it is. And we have the Scythe. Okay. So let's take a look at these energies quickly, and then I'm going to pull out some cards from the Elements of Life Tarot, but I will lower the camera so you can see. All right, see you soon. All right, this is what we have so far. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to pull out cards for every week. This will be your first week, second week, and third week, fourth week of October. Let's see what the cards and the messages are. Spirit team for Cancer. Ooh, we'll take this one too. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the King of Fire, King of Wands. So if you know how I shuffle my cards, all my deck is usually always in the upright. So if a card comes out in the reverse, it's because it's supposed to be in the reverse. This is the Page of Water, so Page of Cups. And we have the Queen of Cups. That's week one. I'm going to pull out all the cards before I start reading the messages. That's two. That's a Nine of Fire. Five of Water. That flipped. Queen of Earth. Three of Water in the reverse. You know, this energy is very strange. I'm really feeling uneasy when I'm shuffling. Seven of Fire. The Sun, that's good news. The Ten of Wind. So I asked Spirit if it has to stay in the reverse or not. So in case you're wondering, you can fast forward this if you don't want to, if you're not patient enough to. Oh, look at this. We have the King of Water, Queen and King of Water. Wow. That's interesting energy. Cancer. I feel that some cancers are really going to. Ooh, the Knight of Water. Five of Wind. Wind of Swords. Knight of Earth. Wow, so many energies. This is the Elements of Life Tarot, my personal deck. There are major arcana, extra major arcanas, and some oracle cards in the deck. All right. And the Four of Wands. Oh my God, Cancer, can I tell you what is going on here? This is beautiful, okay? And before we close this reading, my beautiful Cancer, I just want you to know that I will be pulling out some oracle cards for advice at the end. So what do we have week one of October? So we have the Rider. The Rider comes in to give a message about things that you've worked on, things that you've worked on for a while, investments, maybe, education studies, stuff like that. you're going to receive messages, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like if you were writing an exam of some kind, possibly that you are not going to get the results that you were expecting. Maybe you've applied for a job, did an interview, and you're expecting news from them, and I feel like, they have chosen a different candidate at this time. But here's the good news. So you have the King of Fire here. I feel that the King of Fire, if this is you, then this is a strong energy to say, hey, you know what? That's okay, Cancer. This was not meant for you. You're going to receive messages from something or someone else, okay? I feel that this may be someone that might be around you that might bring you a message, even though the job that you applied for or the investment that you did was not fruitful, or you took a course, you wrote your exam, you didn't pass your exam, it's okay. I feel that there's another message coming in here, and this is a message that you're really not expecting at this time. This message is going to make you very, very happy. Now, I feel like someone is seeing you more of a person that is very nurturing. And even though that this is what you were studying for, applying for, doing, this is not really your path that you were supposed to be on. And I feel like there's a benefactor, if you want to call this, is seeing exactly, where you would flourish, where you would get the most benefit in whatever. Maybe they're looking at you as a potential candidate for, marriage material or something like that, because when this king starts making a plan, they don't just plan, they take action and they get to the finish line. So, this is why I'm saying, like, if they've targeted you, Cancer, well, they're going to come in and make you an offer of love, an offer that's going to really make you happy because we have the Page of Water here. So, don't let this bring you down. Don't let the situation make you feel sad or miserable, because there's something better for you. There's something that is supposed to be on a different path than this. Okay? So that's week one. I'm sorry if you feel like this is bad news, but I don't see that this is bad news. I'm just looking at this as like it's not the path that you were supposed to be on. Okay? Let's take a look at week two. And as we get further, I think things will get more clarified. Week two, we have the whip in the Lenormand deck. The whip is card number 11, so new beginnings. But here's the thing with the whip. The whip is generally talking about, collecting your harvest. And more than that, it's like taking action. It is like, it is about bringing something that was wronged right, kind of thing, kind of like the justice card, but it's a little different than the justice card. Okay, and it is like to whip things back into shape, kind of thing. With the nine of wands here, or the nine of fire, we're talking about that wounded warrior. So, whatever it is that you're working on, like you have worked on for so long and things are not turning out in your favor, just understand, like, you did the best you could. You have put in all of the efforts you had within you, and you really, really gave it your all. You probably were, maybe you're even actually thinking, you know what? I'm going to sign my documents and I am, ready to collect my hard work, which means is that you're ready to retire now. So I'm getting strong energy for someone who is looking to retire. Again, I get a lot of messages when I do this, so just take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind, okay? So I feel like some of you, Cancer, are ready to retire. You've been, wondering, like, should I continue to work, or should I, just call it a day? And you've handed in your notice, and the person is like, you know what? Thank you for all your service. You did really great. I really appreciate it. Here's your retirement package. You're signing the deal, and you're going to start receiving your pension. Okay. The thing with the five of water here, the five of cups, what I'm getting strongly from this energy is that maybe, they had plans. Maybe they wished for things to be different between the two of you, or maybe, they wanted to take action, but work got in the way. Maybe there were boundaries that they couldn't cross, or maybe if there's like strict regulations in an office environment because of HR regulations. Like they didn't want to have any issues with harassment or stuff like that, right? So they possibly have regrets because they didn't take action towards you, Cancer. And you know what? I feel now that you are ready to say, hey, it was a great ride. Thank you. We worked really hard, but now I'm ready to call it a day here. Okay. With the Queen of Earth, this is a strong, strong energy. Okay. Now the question is, who is this person here? This is an energy of someone could be marriage material, but is someone who is very, very efficient, very grounded, very focused, knows how to handle multiple things at once. Okay. Now, it could be that if this was a boss, if this was someone who had their own business and you were kind of the right-hand man kind of thing, no gender in tarot, and now like they're having regrets because even though you're retiring or leaving them, they really feel the effects of how important you were to their foundation. So they are really not happy about this. Okay. So there is no celebration for them because you meant a lot more to them than maybe they even made you realize, Cancer. Okay. And now I feel like they're feeling the effects and they're really, really saddened by it. Okay. For others of you, believe it or not, I'm getting other energies here, and I feel that even though you may have been in a committed relationship with someone, either with the King of Fire, we have the Queen of Water, which is a Cancer energy, we have the Queen of Earth, we also have the Page of Water here, and it could be that there was a very, very important ending to someone who was committed because someone wasn't putting in the work. Now, if this is a relationship, a commitment that you had, while you received news about, like, someone is done with this and they're just leaving everything behind because someone didn't put in the work, okay? And the other person put in all the work and now they're leaving and they're saying, "You know what? I'm cutting my losses. I'm out of here." And now you're realizing that they meant a lot more to you than you realized then, and now you're regretting it. I'm talking about this energy here. I don't believe this is your energy, Cancer. And if it is yours, then you have to understand that if the person left you, then it's because you weren't putting any work. And you're saying, well, I wasn't putting the work into the relationship because I was constantly working. Now, unfortunately, there's the issue with a lot of couples out there. People are investing so much time in their careers that they are forgetting about what is going on in their homes. Okay. Now, unfortunately, it is what it is, and this is, what's going on here. Okay. Maybe, maybe there was some, someone stepping out of this relationship, and this is why we have maybe a third party here, and maybe there's some regrets, and the person that stepped out of the commitment is simply because the person was always working, never home, never around, and they just felt that they were carrying all the weight and so on. Okay, so put yourself wherever that is for you. And now in week 3 of October, what we're seeing is that with the lily here, which is beautiful to see, this is a card of healing. This is a card of, peace, of tranquility. And even though there was a lot of fighting, a lot of bickering, a lot of back and forth, a lot of defensive energy, everything is now clarified. Everything has come out to the light. There might have been a conversation that went on like earlier on, and now this conversation actually brought some healing to whatever this connection was. Okay, whether it was like a business, a boss, or a life partner here. Okay, now the ending is still there because along the way, if there was a third party and if there was someone who stepped out of this committed relationship, there is now a new person, and we have the Queen and King of Water here. Okay, so usually when you have the same King and Queen of the same suit, this is like a match, a soulmate kind of connection. So the good news is that these are two emotional energies, both water energies, and they are actually bringing healing to each other. But what actually brought the healing and to allow this relationship to have a higher commitment here is that there was this conversation that was had before between the people that had the previous relationship. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of forgiveness that went on with the previous connection, and forgiveness allows, sorry about that, allows you to have a relationship like this. Okay, so congratulations, Cancer, if you were able to release a previous commitment, okay, with understanding, with forgiveness, with taking responsibility for your role in the situation, then of course, this brings a lot of victory, a lot of success, and allows you to put all that pain and betrayal to rest. Okay. And that's exactly what's going on here. Okay. It's really laying out the pain, putting everything to rest. And now you are obviously with another person in your life. This can also be like a father figure, someone who is going to help you maybe you know, give you the comfort and that security that you need, Cancer, because Cancers are very, very sensitive people and they need to have that sense of security because Cancer never leaves relationships and no matter how bad it is. But I feel like in this situation, I mean, you received some sort of acknowledgement from a third party, and I'm not saying that Cancer is the one that stepped out of the relationship, maybe the other person did, but whoever it is, someone is receiving some comfort now. Okay, and there's a lot of healing here, so this is actually really beautiful. Forgiveness brings in a lot of like emotional stability. It brings you a lot of future opportunities. It's really, really great. So I'm very happy to see this, Cancer. Okay. Now, with the site here, the final card, fourth week of October, the site is actually coming in to collect the harvest. Now, whatever it is that you guys agreed to, worked on, discussed, however many years, I'm getting 10 very strongly, 10 years together. I feel that there's some sort of settlement, and I think you guys are more than just forgiving. Yes, there's going to be a loss of something, but I feel it's more than financial. I feel that the person is really feeling that it's more than just the loss of material. I feel like it's a loss of um, this the connection that they had, the value that you brought into this person. Okay. Now, it's funny because we have a lot of characters on the board. I mean, we have the King of Fire, which is the King of Wands. We have the Page of Water, which is the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups, so a lot of cup energy, a lot of emotion, a very, very strong emotional month. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Earth. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is here, whatever it is that you're collecting, I have 10 here too. Whatever it is that you're bringing in, your harvest that you're bringing in, my beautiful Cancer, you know what's really beautiful about this? Okay, it's that I think you guys are at the point where it's not a harsh settlement, but a settlement where slow and steady, it will come to you nice and steady. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is look for the advice. Give me a second, Cancer.